In this tutorial, we'll see how to use Quill to narrate stories. Quill is an extension that is used in Tableau that transforms visualizations into narratives. In our tutorial, we'll visualize the COVID-19 dataset and then configure Quill to narrate stories about our data. So let's first download the Quill extension. Go to Google and type Quill Tableau download. So this is the link, data storytelling for Tableau. Go to the link and fill up the necessary details here and then click get Quill for free. You'll get a mail to the given email ID and you can download the extension. So once you download the extension, unzip the file and store it in a location. So I stored it in a location here. The unzipped file will be of type .trex. So this can then be accessed using Tableau. Now let's open up Tableau. Let's go to File, New, and let's first connect to data. And we'll be using the COVID-19 dataset, which is available as an Excel file. So click Excel, go to the COVID-19 dataset, open it up. So the data is now open. So the first thing that you need to do is that we can use Tableau to make different forms of visualizations, and one visualization that we'll be using is the map visualization, and that requires geographic data. Our data set has geographic data, but it is not in the right format. They're not in the right type. So let's change this type. This location has to be geographic data. Let's click this, go to geographic role and go to country region. So this makes this a geographic data. Now let's go and start our visualizations. Let's go to sheet 1. Go to sheet 1 and let's first, why not start with the geographic data? So let's use location, drag it and drop it in rows, and age 70 or older, and then let's click the map. So this gives you a visualization of the data on a map, and so all the areas that are dark blue in color are the ones that have a higher percentage of people who are aged above 70. And as the color becomes lighter, it shows that the percentage of people who are aged over 70 is lesser. But here we see that it is 101747 for Algeria because we have actually summed it up. But if you go to the data set, you see that this is the location. It has all these rows with the same country. So if you go to the column about the people aged over 70, it shows that it is the same for the same country. You have many rows. It's a repetitive value. So we don't need to sum the value, but we need to average it so that we get one value for this one country. Therefore, this value that is summed up is not right. Let's convert it to average. Go to measure and convert it to average. So now you see that the ones that are the darkest, for example, this seems to be very dark, Japan. 18.49% of people are aged over 70 in Japan. It has the highest numbers. And in India, we have around 3.41%. It's lesser in African countries. So this was our first visualization. Let's create another chart. Let's go to sheet 2, create another sheet. And now let's look at the number of deaths. So new deaths, let's put that in column. And let's put it in rows. And let's compute the new deaths for every location. So there you have the new deaths for every location. Let's use this chart, tree maps. Click on it. And here it gives you a very clear visualization of which country has the largest number of deaths, most number of deaths. It's Brazil, and followed by India, then Mexico, Argentina, Germany. So this is another visualization. And finally, let's create one more. Create a new sheet, and this time let's use stringency index, which actually tells you how stringent the measures were. It is in a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being almost no stringency and 100 being very stringent measures were followed in that country. Let's take it and put it in rows, and let's do it for every location. So there you go. And why not sort it? Go to this option at the top, click it, it will sort it as per the stringency index. So Honduras seems to have had the highest again. So this is again, we don't need the sum, we need an average value. Let's go to measure and convert it to average. So Honduras again 86.4 in a scale of 0 to 100 had the highest stringency measures, and which has the lowest. So Nicaragua has the lowest, 12.95, very less stringent. Now that we have these three charts, let's create a dashboard. So go to dashboard, new dashboard. Let's drag and drop these charts one by one. So let's select shift and mouse left click, drag it and drop it. This is one chart. We don't need this chart. It just gives you a scale, the minimum to maximum value. We don't need that. Let's click shift and mouse left click, drag it and drop it. Let's drag and drop the final sheet, left click mouse and shift, drag it and drop it. Again, we don't need this chart. So you have the three sheets. So since all these maps are of the same color, let's just change the color for one of the sheets. Okay, so let's go to color, edit colors, pick a different color, click OK, apply. Okay, so dashboard. Okay, let's adjust the lengths. So now let's bring in our extension, the narrative tool Quill. So you can also name these sheets. Now the extension, let's again left click mouse, shift, go to extension and drag it and drop it. So now you might have to go and point it to the location where your extension is. So you have this option called access local extensions, click that. and go to the location where you save the Quill file, Quill extension, the trex file. Here it is. Click open, click OK. So first let's configure sheet 1, click next, and so dimensions, location, measures, average aged over 70, that's good. Go to next and click done. So you can enlarge the screen, extend it. So this gives you a narration of this data set, this chart. So the total average age is 636.64 across all 113 entities. The minimum values, this maximum is that. So there are many narratives here, but there are some that are pretty obvious, like the minimum values 1.11, Japan 18.49. So this thing is something that you can directly find out through inspection, through visual inspection. And so we can actually remove these things that seem redundant because they don't add any additional information. So there are few changes that we can actually make based on what we see here. So one is that this total average age 70 old, this is just the field value, the column value that we had. This can be changed to something that forms a part of a sentence, and there is 636.64. So total average age 70 is 636.64 across all 113 entities. This doesn't make sense. So we might have to make some changes that addresses this, and minimum maximum value can be removed. So these are few changes that can be made. Let's see how to make these changes. So first let's go to this settings option. Let's click on that and let's go to this dimensions, location. So we can change the name entity to country. So this is how it will turn up in the narratives, and plural form is countries. Then measure label. So it could be people aged over 70 or average age over 70. Let's save it. So now you see that it average age over 70, this is in the form of a meaningful text, and is 637 and across countries. So entities has been changed to countries, but again this is 636.4. it is summing up all the average values, which doesn't make sense here. Let's remove that. Let's go to characteristics. So choose how to aggregate average. So this is an average value, so let's select as an average. Let's save it. So it is average age, so it's just repeating it. Let's remove the average. We don't want a redundant term. Language. So let's remove this and save it. Let's see if it makes sense now. Yeah, average age over 70 is 5.63 across all. Distribution ranges from a difference. The distribution is positively skewed, and Japan is more than 3 times bigger. So now we actually have many meaningful narrations here. So all these things are important, and you actually have some value add here instead of just the maximum minimum values. So this seems to be a good narration. Let's stick to this. In a similar way, we can create narratives for the other two charts too. In the same way, go to this extension option, left click mouse, click shift, drag it and drop it. In a similar manner, go and locate your extension, go to access local extensions, locate your extension, click open. So sheet 2, next, location and sum of new dates, next, and this is the best fit, done. Extend, and again similar changes can be made here. So location, we need country, countries, and total deaths. This is a sum, yes, save. So total deaths, we don't need that. Keep it as deaths, save it. So total deaths is 2.3 million across all 117 countries. Total deaths of this one was driven by Brazil with maximum this, minimum value is 1 and maximum is this one. So again, we have some useful information. Total death, this is definitely a useful information, total death, and I don't think we need the minimum and maximum value. So if you want to remove specific lines, that also can be done. To do that, go to edit, and so the minimum value 1, you can just switch it off and then click save. This will remove that line. And you can do the same for this chart, and this gives you the narrations for each and every chart. This is how we use Quill to build stories based on the visualizations and the data that we have.